So whatever new updates we are doing, we are definitely sending emails and notifications on your admin dashboard. We'll keep on doing that regularly. And if you guys have any questions or queries or anything, you guys are all open to the channels that you all know, and you can set up a one-on-one call with me and my team. So that's the agenda. But at the same time, today we have few uh, new updates. We have Manasvi with us. Manasvi, can you just start with that?
Yeah,
The 4 or 5 updates that we released recently.
yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I'll talk about like we have given the custom rubric feature as well as the custom question ID feature in our product. So, previously, what was happening, like uh, when there was the rubric thing, it was so generic for particular test, like you can define the rubric for the entire test. But now, what we are doing, you can define the rubric as like question wise. So let the question get extracted and I will show you how you can do that.
So basically, guys, this help you conduct any those kind of tests and exams which are open-ended, where kids need to either type the text or upload the answers, and AI will grade it automatically based on the rubric that you have provided.
Yeah, so yeah, there are two things, like you can enter the text over here or you can just upload the solution with the rubrics over here. So I will show you the upload feature. So just suppose for this question which I selected, the question is extracted and the solution for this question is likewise in the image. So the image is uploaded, and when you will save it, the custom rubric is set. So when the student will give test and give the answer of this question, the marks for this question will be graded according to the this solution that is provided in the image. So you can now define the rubric as per the question wise. So one of the development is this, and the second development, what is done, custom question ID.
Yeah, group. Manasi, just wait a second.
Oh,
And hi Heather, this is Kushal. Sorry, it's a little early in the morning. But the idea here is basically, I mean, these developments were made because for AP, keeping AP courses in mind, and mainly coming these requests are coming because many customers were building AP and they were running into issues. And they had like very long, like how in AP you have all these, like, sometimes even like graphs and all these things where if they made this graph, then they're getting certain marks and all that. So those are the ideas with which we allowed people to just dump in like even an image for rubric if they have, and the thing will be graded. I mean, maybe I think Manasvi just show maybe even like how the grading. Did you show all that?
grading when the student give the test after that, right?
Yeah, like if yeah, exactly.
I guess I have to. Yeah. Yeah, here is the custom rubric. Like the grading is done over here, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, whatever point you will allocate to this question, guys. So what it will do is it will grade you out of that. Like suppose Manasvi would have done everything correct based on the solution uploaded, so he got 5 out of 5, and it has also given why he got 100% in that question. So this is how understanding of the key concept he would have understood and written down what is given in the question and applied the concepts over there for the, I don't know what question it is, like integration. So around the integrations and all the formulae and everything would have been correct. And at the end, he would have got the right answer as well, and he got 100% of the score. So this will be your custom rubric, the way you want to grade your kids exam. And this will give you all the flexibility, be for APs or any other exams that you want to run. Definitely APs is a very direct use case, but definitely as you guys are doing for junior grade coaching or and all those things, there also it's a very good useful feature. It will save your time from manual grading. At the same time, you can only grade, but to give feedback that, hey, you don't write formula and examples, but here each kid will get the feedback that why they got 3 out of 5. Okay, so that's a thing that again a human cannot scale and give individual feedback to hundreds of students. Okay.
And the next thing, we have introduced the custom question ID. So previously, everyone has to rely on our question ID, but now you can define the question ID by yourself. So just suppose the question is extracted and I want to give name, like give question ID to this. So suppose test one, and then I hit save. If I'll go to my question dashboard, the custom question ID is over here, and you can simply search with the custom question ID, whatever it is. So now we have to no longer rely on our question ID. Like you can define your question ID by yourself. So this is one thing that was
So Heather, in your use case, you give a nomenclature like uh, blue, diamond, right, and all those things. So you can give that nomenclature, and that can help you when you're creating a test. You can just filter by whatever blue, diamond, and all those things, and it will fetch all the questions that you created for those particular exam. And again, you don't have to manually go and open each question and see that, okay, is this the one I want to add? So that will filter out all the 7, 8 questions, and you can just say select all, and boom, your test is created. Right. So it's again an optimization to save your time. Okay.
next thing. I'll move to the integrations part. So the Zapier integration was previously integrated. So now there's a, like everyone can use the Zapier thing and just take your
Sorry, Manasvi, I guess everybody would not be understanding what is Zapier. Assuming that, can you just explain what does this webhooks allow them to do?
yeah, sure. So like for custom books, I have to explain, sir, right?
Or anything, what does this?
Basically, the key thing, Heather, here is, like basically taking data of students out of our platform. And, we just have made it very easy these days because if, say, somebody new signed up on your platform, like through either this Zapier or this custom thing, you can take it to any CRM or any other platform from where you guys are sending your own emails to these users or these students. So the idea of this is just for more automation
Yeah.
from your end.
Yeah, real example over here is like, suppose you guys use this platform for lead generation, right? And once somebody comes to take a free diagnostic test, etc., etc., on the platform, the lead is generated, but at the same time leads are not engaged, right? And you can just select the user sign up event. This will pass on the data to your CRM, and then you can run your own automation through email or WhatsApp through that CRM, that, hey, thanks for signing up for world class tutoring platform or XYZ platform, and this is what we do. uh, since you have taken a diagnostic test, you can take that score and send that, hey, congratulations, you got 1500 out of 1600, and you are eligible for a one-on-one free counseling session with Heather ma'am, Naveen sir, right? So this is all different strategy you can use immediately as the event completed, like when a student is has submitted the test. So this is this can be used for from free to paid conversion, better free to paid conversion for your pipeline. But at the same time, you can use the same events like practice test submission event or full length test submission event to engage your current customer as well. Okay, that once the student has taken a test, immediately that email can be sent to the parent that, hey, dear XYZ, like father of or mother of parent of this kid, your kid has just taken the test and this is the summary of the score. If you want to see the detailed score, click on the link and whatnot, or go to the platform, right? So again, this can help you engage your customers, preemptively communicate to them what is happening with their kids. So this will help you again for a better customer engagement and hence word of mouth. Okay.
Should I show the flow that how it works over here?
quickly, definitely you can show
Yeah.
how it is.
So just suppose some new user, you want the feature like whenever someone sign up at your platform, you want to get the data into your CRM. So just suppose the like select the event that you want to, like for practice test submission, full length submission. Whenever someone will submit the practice test or full length test, then also the event will be triggered. So suppose someone signed up now. Just select the event type you want to have. Then you can simply paste the webhook URL over here and add a small description as you want. So suppose I then the webhook has been saved. Okay. So now when you will go down and see over here in the table, it has been added. So suppose if I'll test it. So for the test, we simply send the sample data over here so that you can quickly test like your webhook is working or not for that. So if I have tested over here, this is the website. So yeah, the data has been come like 200 OKs for like successful. So yeah, and then you can also monitor the events that has been triggered and done from the event history, and also see the payload, that what data was been sent, and also if required you can resend the data again for the test purposes. So this is the main flow, that how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heather, do you guys use any CRM for some of the email automation or no?
We use Constant Contact for email automation.
So we basically, by using this, anybody who's signing up now on our platform, their data can be just sent to that CRM. And then from there on, if you guys have your own automation around emails, uh, you know, that can be triggered.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be nice.
You said
Yeah.
newsletters, right, Heather? I keep on receiving that world class tutorings update newsletters and all. So the same way you guys can, like, I know you reach out to schools for free diagnostic and all. So it's a good way to engage all the leads generated from there, and hopefully that will lead to a better conversion rate. Okay.
Yeah, we can help you if you want, like maybe on a one-on-one, like, just set up uh, so
I
we have added just right now these three events, like when a new user signs up, when they take a diagnostic test, and when they complete like a full length test. But if you guys want, we can add more events as well, like something that you would want, like, okay, tell me when this happens, right? When somebody does this on this platform, tell me. So we can do more of that as well. But these three events were covering a lot of basics, basic flow. But again, these are built based on like, requirement or requests from the current customers. So they're like, okay, at least give me these three so that I can automate all my email flow.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, I think that would be helpful. Very
so
helpful for
a
us.
couple of days ago, one of our customers asked me that these are activity events. You guys should also give inactivity events so that we can send to the parents that from last 7 days your kid has not signed up to the portal and taken any test. It's a major use case, right? So and definitely that is these are all doable things, and once you guys start using it, we can get all more feedback how it's helping you in your business, because at the end it's all about uh, we helping you in growth of your business.
One thing I forgot to mention, sorry about that. So now the student can also highlight in the test. Okay, so previously we were not able to do that, but now it is possible.
So back in the day in the Blue Book interface, the one we provide, we didn't have that feature of highlighting the text annotation basically. Now,
Actually, that reminds me of one more thing. We have completely changed our test UI to be exact replica of Blue Book. So at this point in our test UI and Blue Book UI, there are like no difference. Like every button, everything, every icon has been made exact same as Blue Book.
as you have to take a new test, man, to start a new test.
Yeah, yeah. No, there was one test that I gave, sir. I'm just searching for that. Oh, it's over here. Yeah.
Do you have Desmos integrated there in I was just looking at those math questions quick that he went through and I didn't see the calculator button.
It's integrated.
I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah. And that also you have complete control. So for example, if you want to create a test where you don't want to give them calculators, you can just toggle on and off in the test settings. Okay, that way you want to give calculator or not.
And same thing for this annotation feature as well. Like when you are setting up your, your when you're building these full line tests, you can pick like in which section you want this annotation feature. So typically annotation feature is only in the reading and writing type sections. So you can just turn it on for that section. In fact, it reminds me we have added one more thing, which is custom scoring for all the AP courses. Manasvi, I think once you're done with this, we should show the so far we only had SAT, and we had added just one more AP, but currently we have pretty much all the AP scoring. So if you're building an AP test, basically a lot of these developments are very very kind of in line with building AP courses on our platform, because the custom rubric helps you grading all the free response questions on AP, and then scoring helps you right away give them a score in the AP, so you don't have to do anything. Maybe once Manasvi is done, we will show that as well.
So for example, a student comes and start taking a new test. As you can see over here, these are things. Definitely in the test, we would have not enabled the annotation feature, so it's not coming. Notes is there, so kids can add notes, that is enabled. But you can see the interface and all those fancy color lines, very similar to that of Blue Book. And definitely all those things marked for review and everything is there. What I'll do quickly is I will go to the admin dashboard, and that's a good way also to show you guys how to say in this Crystal SAT full length test one. Okay, I need to edit. Also, I guess these are all old features, but if you toggle this off, kids cannot early submit. They have to wait for that 32 minutes or whatnot to complete the section. They cannot submit early. And if you want to toggle on for the full screen, also that feature is there. And at the same time, if you want to give access to digital calculator header that you asked, so which is a Desmos calculator, so you just have to turn on and highlight a note feature. Okay. And the next section is like over here as well, since it's some English reading writing thing. So reading writing calculator is not required, but still I have toggled on to give you guys an idea. Okay. So I'll save and next. And go to math model to be save and next. I'll update this test. Now what will happen if I just go and start the test again? As you can see, I have the calculator over here, which is the Desmos calculator, right? You can see the logo of Desmos as well. And we have all those functionalities of that of Desmos. At the same time, we have highlights and note features. So if I want to select any text and change the color and all those things, that is also now possible. So this is what I guess we are talking about. So it has been long due feature, and finally we have it on our platform.
Yeah, at this point, we made sure that there is There is nothing like, incongruent with whatever, the Blue Book UI is, both for AP as well as like, normal SAT. So it should work really well for both of these use cases. And one last feature, Manasi, can you open in the background, uh, like the score, like AP, different AP scores, and just show maybe for one use case.
Score calculators. Okay.
So just how Piyush just edited the test and was able to kind of see new features come up in the test, like the same old test. If the current full length test was built for an AP, now you can just pick that particular AP's score. We trust at this point that you guys will do a good, like, do the right job of like adding the right number of questions for that particular AP. So you can see in the back in the UI just make like, asks you to just ensure that you have 8 questions in FRQ and like 45 questions in in MCQ and all those things, like basically which is required for say that particular AP test. And once that is there, uh, you know it can do the scoring right away after the test is completed.
There were multiple calculators, but I guess the PR is not still merged or what.
Just do one, just show one.
Yeah.
That's fine.
For here, the AB score calculator is over here. So if you will just add it, confirm it. Yeah. So the calculator is added, and when the student will give the test.
Can you go back to just explain things? I think once you add, I remember we were showing this message, right? Like you have to ensure that the
Yeah. The calculators require the test to match the following.
yes, it shows that in this particular AP Calculus AB there has to be 45 MCQ questions, 30 with no calculator, 15 with calculator, and then free response are 6, 2 with calculator, 4 with no calculator. So it is just reminding you that this is the structure of AP Calculus, and these number of questions should be there. So we are hoping that you have made sure this particular step while adding the questions to the test. And once you do that, it will be done.
Okay.
So over here we can see the calculated score.
Okay. So
and we have made sure, like we have actually gone back and forth for the, like say for AP Calculus, AB, and same for others. At least all the free calculators that we saw out there, and even like the College Board itself, our test score and all, like everything was very congruent again there. So, but again, any feedback here, and if our scoring is missing, the mark, we will love to kind of just update it. I guess as you guys will use it, you will know better, and you can tell us better. We try to do, I think, best that we could do based on whatever information we could find on these scorings.
okay. Any questions or feedback, guys? If you have, like, we're done with the updates that we have lately in the platform.